Sports Night, Micah Hoffpower continued his strong early season play last night against the Reds, belting this tape measure home run in the second inning that tied the game up at a run apiece. Down to the bottom of the fifth inning, Cubs already in front 3-2. Aramis Ramirez, a good piece of hitting here, pokes a base hit to right. Kosuke Fukudome will score. Ramirez had 3 hits, 3 runs batted in. In the sixth inning, Rich Harden gets Joey Votto swinging for his 8th strikeout of the game. Cubs beat the Reds 7-2, getting this series off to a good start. And with the weather finally warming up a little bit here in Chicago, Cub fans will get a look at Milton Bradley in the starting lineup this evening at Wrigley Field. For more on that story, we go live to the friendly confines and welcome in Gail Fisher. Milton Bradley unveiled tonight.
Exactly, Mark. Finally back in that lineup and back in right field. I'm not sure how warm, though, it's going to be for him. Temperatures have dropped a little bit here at Wrigley. It's a little bit chilly, but yes, Milton Bradley is playing. He has not played since April 12th. I should say he has not started a game since April 12th. He has pinch hit twice since then, but that was the game he was injured. And, of course, his last outing, he was ejected for arguing balls and strikes. He's in the middle of appealing a 2-game suspension. Taking a look at this Cubs starting lineup, you see Bradley there in the 4-hole right after Derek Lee and right before Aramis Ramirez, so it could change the complexity of this lineup to have a lefty there in between those two. You'll also notice Aaron Miles playing second base tonight, giving Mike Fontenot the day off. That's the only other real big change to this lineup. Now, as for Bradley, he's only had 1 hit all year in 8 games that he's played it, and the Cubs need him to start swinging the bat.
We need Bradley to get on track. But, you know, he's a good all-around player. I mean, he runs the bases well. He's a good outfielder. Once he starts swinging the bat the way he's capable, he's a nice offensive force there for us, too.
Another piece of big news coming out of Wrigley. Jim Henry announced Jeff Samardzija is coming back up to the bigs. Samardzija has been starting down at AAA Iowa. He's pitched a total of 12 innings and had 11 strikeouts in that time. Jim Henry is impressed and wants him to come up. He'll be here tomorrow, and he'll pitch out of the bullpen. They need some help in relief.
He's really tough. He's a tough kid. Mentally tough. I've known Jeff since the freshman year at Notre Dame, so nothing that he does surprises me. He can handle any environment. He can handle any situation. And, you know, he's going to be an outstanding Major League pitcher. Down the road, what role, you know, who knows yet. But he's certainly, like you said, very versatile. And he's mentally tough enough to switch from back and forth. And, you know, eventually he'll be in one spot down the road. But at this particular time, this is the spot we need him in.
Jim went down to Iowa for 4 days. He was really impressed the way Jeff was throwing the ball. So we're bringing him up tomorrow and put him in the bullpen. And he'll help out in that 6th, 7th inning role to start with.
And Lou Piniella said he'll also be using Patton and Angel Guzman in a little bit of a longer relief role to go along with Samardzija. And Jim Henry told us that he's not going to tell us the corresponding move he's going to make until tomorrow, but it's definitely not Neil Kotz going down, and he's not going to bring Sean Marshall out of the rotation and into the bullpen to fill in for that lefty Kotz. So if you're keeping Kotz, Patton, and Guzman, that only leaves Vizcaino that we can speculate would be the corresponding move, but we'll have to wait until tomorrow. They could also put a player on the disabled list if they needed to as well. That's the news out of Wrigley. Should be a good game, too, between the Cubs and Reds. Ted Lilly trying to go 3-0 on the season, to start the season for the first time in his career. I'm Gail Fisher. I have plenty more coming from Wrigley, including the postgame show with Todd Hollinsworth. Mark, let's send it back to you.
All right, Gail, thanks a lot. Stay warm out there tonight. You can watch this evening's Cubs-Reds game on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. That's CLTV for most of the Chicagoland area, followed by Cubs postgame live.